Bismillah. You will alternate in different states in your life, different spiritual states. When things will be easy and when things will be difficult, when you will be in a state of expansion and when you will be in a state of contraction. It is very, very important that when things are going well for you, you have good health, you have security, you have safety, you have wealth, you have ease, that you prepare for the times of difficulty. How do you prepare for the times of difficulty? First, you have to know that difficulty is going to inevitably come at some point. Allah will test all of us in some way or another, and we always ask that Allah do things with us in a gentle way. But He has guaranteed us in the Quran that He will test us with some portion of various categories of tests. So when things are easy, you have to know, okay, things are not always going to be this way. So don't get used to the prosperity and used to the ease. Number 2, put in the preparation. This is the time when things are easy, not for you to relax, not for you to chill, not for you to miss prayers, not for you to always be socializing and hanging out, not for us to always be scrolling, but rather for us to do acts of ibadah, increase in our relationship with Allah, increase in our recitation of Quran, in our prayer, in our focus, in our seeking knowledge, so that you build up a reserve to tap into when things get difficult. It is very, very important to have this reserve, because when things get difficult, if you have no reserve, you will struggle immensely. This is exemplified in the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, that when they had a famine that was coming, and he interpreted the dream of the king and mentioned that a famine was coming. They had 7 years of abundance and 7 years of famine and difficulty that were going to come after that abundance. He told people when things were in abundance to eat very little, to work hard, and to save. And that's what you're supposed to do when things are abundant. You're supposed to work hard. You're supposed to build up your reservoir. You're not just supposed to enjoy life and be lavish. This is one thing that we have really gotten confused, that when things are outwardly and inwardly, when things are actually going really, really well, we tend to not want to put in the work. We tend to just want to be in leisure time and vacation and watch shows and movies and so on. And then when we're hit with a difficulty, like a health challenge, or we lose our job, or some other calamity happens, or we try to understand what's going on with all the difficult situations in the world, we are unable to understand. We're unable to bear it because we have no real muscle of patience and no reservoir built up. The reservoir needs to be built up, and that's one of the wisdoms behind why these things happen and why Allah alternates in between these states of ease and difficulty, until eventually Allah allows you to get out of these states and to be with Him and to enter into the next life, into the state, inshallah, into the highest station of Jannah. So use your time wisely, prepare, and don't waste your time in ease, for you will regret it. The Prophet ﷺ tells you and me to take advantage of our time before we lose it, of our health before we get sick, of our wealth before poverty, and of our life before it's gone, and our youth before our old age. These are all things that are blessings that should be used before the difficulty comes.